my channel. I have a couple of projects today that I have to do, and I thought we'll make a video so you guys can see how I do make some fall maintenance, and then you guys can apply, or maybe you can modify, or maybe you can take something for you for your garden. So anyway, it's kind of chilly today, so I'm going to try to go through a little quick. But I have to get this project done. So I have lots of peonies. As if any of you have been following my videos, I love peonies. I love seeing them flower in the spring, and I have all three variety of the peonies in my garden. But in the fall, I have to go do some maintenance on them, and I thought I can just make a video so you guys can see how I do it. I have a fertilizer here. This is a bone meal. It's a slow release organic fertilizer to encourage root development. So you can also use I've also used in the past just a all-purpose fertilizer around the roots, but I don't have all-purpose fertilizer at the moment, so I'm going to use bone meal this time. So and then I also have another project that I have to get done right after that. I am going to plant some tulips. So I have a couple of varieties here. I have it's called Rembrandt mix, and they have all it's mixed with all different variegated colors. And so I have 3 packages of this, and I also have this variety of tulip, and it's called, if I can read it, it's called Tulip Red White. So it has beautiful white edges, and it's red. So I'm not sure if I will have enough of this variety, this mix. So if I don't, I think I'm going to mix some of this with it. So basically, I'll show you. Let's just go this way. Let's go right this way. And I will show you. So this area of my garden, I went ahead and cleared out, lots of my annuals that was planted here. I cut out all my dahlias for the winter time. Some of them there. So what I'm going to do is just plant tulips here for the spring, and then also do some maintenance on the peonies and some other ones over there. So anyway, this is my bone meal. Let me bring a bucket because I can use a lot of these leaves for my compost. Okay, so this one is this is the intersectional peony. So intersectional peonies have a different ways of, I have to do maintenance different ways. So I take the cutter, and for the intersectional peonies or Ito variety peonies, I don't cut any of the stems, just the leaves. So basically, I just go around and I just trim the leaf like that, and I will compost them. So if you can see closely, there is already eye developed right on the end of it for the spring. So you will have flowers right here. So you have to make sure not to damage them, because normally for the herbaceous type of peonies, the eyes normally come from the bottom on the soil in the spring. But for the intersectional peonies and tree peonies, they have a strong stems. So the eyes, you have to make sure not to damage the eyes on the stems. So I just go around and just gently and carefully trim just the leaves of the plant. cleared out, as you can see, all the green parts of this peony. But you can see I still am very skeptical of cutting too much of this green part, just because it looks really strong to me. And you know, I don't know what will happen by spring. So I think I'm going to leave this alone. But you can see how strong the shoots are, and you can see all the eyes that are ready for spring already. And this peony has been here for about maybe 4 years, around 4 years. So it's a, you know, it's getting quite large. But you can see so you can see intersectional peonies have this really strong stems. They actually don't need any staking. They're just really wonderful, wonderful plants. So at this point, what I'm going to do is take some fertilizer, and as I said, you can use just the all-purpose fertilizer if you have handy at home. I just have bone meal right now. I'm just going to use that and just kind of sprinkle around it and just kind of mix in some with the soil. And then what will happen is, so this will stay just the way it is, and then in the spring, a lot of them that they don't have an eyes, the stem that doesn't have eyes, they will eventually die off. So in the spring, I'll just come and examine them and see, you know, what parts are dead. And when you check them, you kind of need to check a little bit at a time to make sure that you don't cut the area that it's alive. And then dead areas, you just trim them off, and then they come back and flower beautifully again. So this one is the intersectional peony. And for the herbaceous peony, it's quite easy. You just go, and I'll show you how I do that. I'll take this with me. So I have a couple of them right here. They're small ones, but I can do them right here. So I have a couple of, actually 3 or 4 or 5. I have several peonies in the garden, but anyway, I just wanted to show you the herbaceous. So this one is a herbaceous peony. So this guy is called Coral Sunset. I love this peony. It's a coral varieties. And these guys will come back. Everything comes back in the spring from the ground. So herbaceous peonies, I just go ahead and cut the stems just like that, because, you know, everything will regrow from the bottom. So I cut them completely. It's this guy. Okay, I have lots of compost, which is awesome. And then all I do is just take some fertilizer and just sprinkle around the base. Like that. Oh, and actually I can see the eye already right there. I'm glad I'm very careful, because you have to be really careful, because look at that, it's right there. It's already developing. And where's the other one?
Right here.
Just cut. No.
Oh, right there
right
in front of you.
Okay, sprinkle some around the base. And then right here. Okay, so this is a herbaceous peony. And for the tree peonies, I have several tree peonies. We can go, and I'll show you how the tree peonies work. They're very similar to the intersectional peonies. The tree peonies also you can cut all the way. So I have a couple of them right here with a really nice size. I need to drink something to step in. My flower beds are all dug out, so I prefer to step on things. That way I keep these guys, you know, handy, and I just step on them so I don't completely pack everything down. Okay, so this is a tree peony, and you can see just by the look of it, you probably won't even know that this is a tree peony because it's very similar to the intersectional peony. However, intersectional peonies, they do have eyes that come out from the ground as well as the ones that are on the stems. For the tree peonies, the eyes will not appear from the ground. They are literally like a tree or shrub. So for that purpose, I'm going to just basically trim all the green foliage. And again, just be careful because eyes are sticking out from everywhere, literally, when you cut them. Like this part I'm going to cut, although it's brown, but I can just tell by touching it, I can see that it's already dead, so I'm just going to remove it. Okay. So this is a tree peony. Look how beautiful this is. It has lots of growth already starting right there, right there. It's beautiful. And then I have some coming out. You can see there's some eyes right down here also that are going to come out, looks like. But for tree peonies, even the eyes are down on the ground. They are attached. They're attached to the stems. You know, you don't see them popping out from here. This, if you see any coming out from the sides, you need to immediately remove them because they're rhizomes, and usually the tree peonies are grafted on a different root. So maybe herbaceous peony, and sometimes when the rhizomes come out, they can take over and kill actual grafted peony that is grafted on a root. So the rhizomes that come out from the ground, you need to cut them off. Anything that are attached to the stems, you can just let that be. But I usually just leave it as that. And then in the spring, I'll just come examine again and see if there are any dead parts that needs to be removed. I remove them. So what I do, I just again sprinkle some fertilizer around the base. And there it is. But I mean, tree peonies can get to 6 feet tall, and so they're actually going to get a nice, become a big shrub eventually if you take really good care of them. They're absolutely beautiful. So this is the tree maintenance, I'm sorry, peony maintenance for the fall season. This is how I do it, and as you can see, I have a whole bunch of peonies. Like these guys are herbaceous peonies. I'll just cut them completely to the ground. Sprinkle some fertilizer around the base, and they will be well fed for the spring. I have a few right here. Okay, and I have more to do, but I don't want to take a lot of your time. So what I'd like to do is just go ahead and talk about these tulips really quick, and then I'll just come back and finish the rest. So this is that. Let's go right this way. Look at this dahlia. I'm having difficulties to walk by it because it's so beautiful. It's doing really good. Okay. So the tulips. So what I'll do is I'm going to start with my Rembrandt variety and see how far I get with this. And if I don't have enough, I think I'm going to mix some of this variety. And then this year, for the first time, you guys, I'm going to use auger. So we'll see. I just practiced a little bit before we did the video because I've never used it. I'm really bad with electric tools, but I'm going to man up and try to use the auger to see if it might be a little faster and easier for me instead of just trying to dig. So it seemed like it worked really good, but I don't like, you know, doing this against the rocks. It kind of spills around. I don't like that, but if I do slowly, hopefully I'm not going to have as much spill, but it will save me lots of time and strength. So, oh, I need to get my bone meal here. Let's see. Well, these are kind of smaller bulbs that I thought they would be because, okay. So usually the rule is when you're planting a bulb, you have to have 3 times of the size. You have to dig the hole 3 times, three times of the size of your bulb. So if you have one, let me show you. Open this. So we have one bulb of that size. So the hole will need to be 3 times of this bulb. And I think I have that already here. So let me bring my fertilizer I left up there. Okay, so bone meal works really well for the bulbs. I actually purchased this last year because I was planting lots of bulbs and it works really well. So for example, what I do is just kind of, you know, I'll place all the bulbs where they need to go first. To carry everything through for the Rembrandt variety, but because I didn't have enough, so they're not very dense, I'm going to mix in between some of the other red and white variety. So I will go ahead and continue this in a little bit because it's taking too long. But what I'm going to do is just show you how to use this tool, drill the hole for your and plant the bulbs, and then I will just continue on because it will take too long to get everything done in one video. So here we go. Wish me luck. So I did this right, I believe I have to do it this way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. Basically, just be careful. But you can purchase this auger from Amazon. There are very many different varieties that you can purchase from there. There are different lengths. So if you want to be really tall, where you're not really, when you're not really, when you don't want to bend too much, you can have longer variety. But this works for me. So here we go. So I think this is enough, and then you need to just basically switch the direction and then pull it. There we go. So now I have a pretty good hole right here. But it just makes it so much easier because it takes so much strength to dig with the little, little shovels to plant bulbs. And I know there is other varieties where you can just push in and take it out. I don't know. I'm starting to like this one a little more. But I just wanted to show you. So I have a hole right here already dug. What I do, I sprinkle some bone meal on the bottom, like that. Place the bulb. And cover everything up just like that. And it's easy. There it is. So I'm hoping that in the spring everything will look great. We'll have lots of color here, and when everything comes up we'll do another video so you can see all the tulips in the spring. It's really exciting to plant bulbs and look forward to the next year, you guys. This year has been such a hard year for so many people, and my heart goes out for all the people that lost their family members. And gardening always seems like it remains the source of our strength and comfort. So I suggest to keep gardening and plant lots of bulbs and plants to look forward for next year, and hope the next year will be amazing. Have a wonderful day and week. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.